we're going to do kind of a predictable class. So each time we'll do some breath work, we'll do some gentle movement, and then relaxation. I'm going to show you a couple postures that if your body and your mind are saying, you know what, I just can't do that today, or for whatever reason it doesn't feel good for you, I'll show you a couple postures that you can come into anytime you want to. You're in control here, okay, of your practice, of your journey. And I always say this to my students, there's no right or wrong way. So if we are talking about the breath, inhaling and exhaling, if you're exhaling when I'm inhaling, it's all good because you're breathing, okay? I don't want you to ever think that there's a wrong or right way, because there isn't. We'll figure out our journey together. Let's get started. Do you have a blanket or a mat or something behind you? You know where because you're gonna come down on your spine. So bend your knees. So make sure that you take good care of your back. You're gonna use your hands, and just use your hands to kind of walk alongside your body and taking yourself all the way down to the earth. So you're on your back. So I invite you to maybe lift your palms up. Yes, your palms are up. I'm gonna sit up and talk with you, but they're laying comfortably on the earth. So down on the floor. Your knees are now extended. So you're just laying flat, but your hands are on the floor. There you go, there you go. That's hard to kind of articulate. And you're just starting to relax. You're just starting to feel the earth beneath you. And you're just, maybe your eyes are closed, just feeling kind of just the earth supporting you, beneath you, okay? All right. And just starting to transition from your morning to this moment. And it takes time to do that. So always be kind to yourself. And as we start to check in, start to find your breath. Now, what I invite you to do is to put maybe one hand on your lower belly and one hand maybe on your upper chest. There you go. And as we breathe in through our noses, so take a nice inhale. Maybe your hand will rise on your belly. So we call that a belly breath, right? Mm-hmm. And as we breathe from our lower belly, that brings in the peace and the calm. We call that rest and digest. So we call that kind of the parasympathetic nervous system. Just so that you know, I'll probably just say that once, but when we tend to get stressed, we breathe from the upper part of our chest. So in yoga, we breathe from our belly. So just as you had said before, our belly breath, right? So let's continue to practice that. Again, nothing forced, just easy does it, just the normal rise and fall. So as we take an inhale through our nose, your hand should rise on your belly. There you go. And on the exhale, just letting the air come out of your nose and your belly just falls down, right? And then on your next inhale, take a nice inhale through your nose and your belly rises. And your hand is rising. And on your exhale, just letting your belly fall. Nice, Terry. And again, just easy does it, nothing forced. Big inhale through your nose. And I'll do it with you. And on the exhale, just let the belly fall. And the air just gently leaving your nose. And believe it or not, as children, babies are born, this is how they breathe. But as we become adults, when there's tension and stress, we tend to breathe from our chests, and they're much more shallow breaths. So the key is to check in when you're feeling that way and to be aware, right? To be aware and sometimes when I'm out and about, I might even put my hand on my belly and just go, okay, just breathe through my nose, gentle rise and fall of my belly. And I don't know if you're a visual learner, but a lot of times in yoga, we visualize. So you might keep your eyes closed if that feels good to you. If not, open your eyes, whatever works, a nice gentle gaze. But sometimes just visualizing peace and calm, serenity and compassion just is enough to promote some calm. And then maybe even on your exhale, just maybe getting rid of what no longer serves you. Whether it's, you can call it fear or uncertainty or self-doubt, but just trying to let that go. And the neat thing about breath that I've learned over the years and what I continue to learn is that it brings you back to this moment in time. So not what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow, but that wonderful breath brings you to this present moment. And there's a new buzzword called mindfulness. Well, what it really is just bringing your mind and body to this moment through the breath. So as you continue that nice, equal belly breath, I'm going to read you something from Jon Kabat-Zinn. And he's a big guru with mindfulness, but this spoke to me, and hopefully it will speak to you as well. Have you ever had the experience of stopping so completely, of being in your body so completely, of being in your life so completely, that what you knew and what you didn't know, that what had been and what was yet to come, and the way things are right now, no longer held even the slightest hint of anxiety or discord? It would be a moment of complete presence, beyond striving, beyond mere acceptance, beyond the desire to escape or fix anything or plunge ahead. A moment of pure being, no longer in time, a moment of pure seeing, of pure feeling, a moment in which life simply is, and that isness grabs you by all your senses, all your memories, by your very genes, by your loves, and welcomes you home. Continue that wonderful breath. In breath as your belly rises, and exhale as your belly falls. Continuing just to melt into the earth, feeling the earth support you. And as we breathe this way, Terry, we bring in a lot of oxygen through your nose and just bathes your body with this oxygen. You might even start to feel maybe some tension, just releasing a little tension already. Being connected to the breath. Maybe even feeling your pulse rate decrease a little bit. Maybe even feeling your heart open just a tad. Maybe a couple more rounds of breath and we'll start a little bit of movement. I really see a nice big belly breath. You're doing well. Being aware as you are. How about one more big inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Nice. Okay, I invite you now, when you're ready, to bring your hands overhead. So raise your hands all the way overhead to the earth. Yes, exactly. And really, how about a nice stretch, pointing your toes the opposite direction, reaching like you would get up in the morning, and a big stretch, only you're doing this on your spine. And when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest and hold, using both hands to hold both of your knees. So you're squeezing your knees to your chest. And when you're ready, just roll gently, taking your time, just roll gently to one side, just being aware of where you are. And when you're ready, use your hand, use your palm, and press into your palm and come up to a comfortable seated place. So coming to sit on your sit bone. There you go. Nice. Great. Now, I don't know if you want this or not. Do you want to roll up your blanket or fold your blanket and put it underneath your glutes, underneath your sit bones, or you feel pretty comfortable without it? So let's talk about this. Are your knees are crossed? Let's zip up. I call it zipping up through the pelvic floor. So you're feeling grounded to the earth. Do you feel like, we call it your sit bone, or your sit bone? Okay, so you're feeling connected to the earth. Now, let's talk about your torso too. What we tend to do when we get stressed, we do this. We kind of just, but as we inhale, we're gonna lift. We're gonna use the core to really lift. Now, your head, neck, and spine are in line, so you might bring your chin is level with the earth. Yes, there you go. Shoulders look nice. Let's do this. Let's take a big inhale all the way up, make a big circle with our hands coming up, and then bring our hands to heart center. There you go. Bring our hands to, and bring them down in front of our heart. Nice. Okay, let's do that again. So inhale, both arms all the way up to the sky. Bring your palms together and then bring it back to heart center. And if it feels nice for a minute, Terry, close your eyes and just kind of check into your body. Just being aware what your body feels like through this practice. Maybe just noting if there's some tension somewhere. Okay, so just being aware. All right, so gently just bring your hands to your knees. You can open your eyes if that feels good. If for any reason that you're dizzy, during any of the practice. Just keep your eyes open and just focus, okay, on a certain object. All right. Okay, so we're sitting up nice and tall. Let me see you sit up nice and tall. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, now we're gonna take our eyes to the ceiling, just our gaze, not our necks. And we're gonna just make circles, like you're rounding the clock with your eye movement. Just your eyes are moving. And you're hitting every part of that clock. So believe it or not, this is great. And just keep rounding that clock, just taking your time. But this is wonderful for your memory, for concentration, for intuition, really good things. So keep rounding. And then when you reach 12 o'clock on your virtual clock, inhale. Let me hear you inhale through your nose. And this time, open your mouth and sigh out, Terry, like this. Yes, yes. Okay, you got it. So gaze back up to the ceiling, if you would, and then we're going to take it the opposite way on the clock. So hitting every part of that clock. And we're breathing, because remember, the eyes are muscles too. Just rounding, taking your time, maybe hitting 10 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Just wherever you are is good. And when you hit 12 o'clock once more, let's take a big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and sigh out. How'd we do? Okay, wonderful. Then let's work on our necks. We hold so much tension in our necks, okay? So let's inhale, Terry, and then just gently bring your nose to your chin to your chest and your right ear to your right shoulder. Yes, there you go. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. You might keep your eyes open because we know that if you have some vertigo. Okay, so let's try to keep our eyes open. And then just a nice gentle pulse, Terry. Just gently, okay, listening to your body. And where are you feeling that? In that left side, right? And just hold it. Just hold that position, maybe, if you can. And just breathe into it. In breath. And out breath. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Now on the next inhale, come back center. Got it. And chin to chest once more. Gentle movements, again, just listening to your body. And this time, your left ear to your left shoulder. And relaxing your hands, and maybe just a nice gentle pulse. Okay, just bringing that ear gently to your shoulder. Eyes are open if you feel any dizziness. Just continuing your breath and maybe just holding it there. And now, in breath and out breath. In breath and out breath. How about one more set? In breath and out breath. And on the next inhale, come back center. Maybe then working our way to our shoulders. How are we feeling, Terry?
Good.
Good. All right, we're going to work on our shoulders, stretching those out, maybe getting rid of any tension that we find in our shoulders. So we're going to inhale both shoulders up to the ears. We're going to squeeze all the way from your shoulders all the way down to your fingertips, and then exhale. Bring your arms down. So we're going to, there you go, and exhale at the same time. So we'll do that again. Inhale through your nose, squeeze, 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 and exhale. Yeah, just let go of them. Good job. Inhale up, squeeze, and exhale down. Nice. Inhale up, and exhale down. Okay, now this time we're going to inhale up, but we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together and then release down our back. Can you see okay? Up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. There you go. And right, and then relax back down and let them just release. Good range of motion. Let's do that again. Inhale up, squeeze those shoulder blades together, part 2. And exhale down. Oh, your breath is awesome. Inhale up. Inhale up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and release down your back. How does that feel? Okay, let's do that one more time. Inhale up, squeeze those shoulder blades together and relax down your back. See, what we're doing is opening up your chest and your breath. So let's do this, Terry. We'll continue opening up your heart. Bring your left hand, I invite you to bring your left hand out to the side on your fingertips. Just rest them there. Inhale your right arm up, or whichever arm. Now, we're going to reach up just a little bit toward the ceiling, and you're going to take it over toward that extended hand. Yes. And I love the way that you're opening up your heart, so you're not contracting, which is a beautiful thing. Because what we tend to do is do this. In yoga, it teaches us to open up our heart. And if you can look up at your hand, that's great. If that feels okay in your neck, otherwise feel free just to look down at the earth, whatever works for you, right? And finding your breath. In breath and out breath. Again, as long as you're breathing, if you're inhaling, when I say exhaling, it doesn't matter at all. So in breath and out breath. Do you feel that great stretch all the way down that right side? And out breath. In breath, and when you're ready, exhale that right hand all the way back down to the earth. Okay, now bring your right hand down to the side. You know what we do on one side, we always do on the other side. So, inhale that left arm up. Oh, and really kind of reach up a little bit and then over toward that right hand. There you go. And again, each side is so different, Terry. You're going to find that maybe one side feels, oh, wow, this feels pretty good and I have great flexibility. But maybe the other side is like, oh, it's a little tight today, right? So just noticing those things are so important. So again, take a look at that palm. We're down to the earth. But just feeling that in breath and out breath. And in breath and out breath. In breath. And when you're ready, exhale that left arm all the way down. Taking your time. Beautiful, beautiful work. Beautiful work. All right, so now we're going to do a twist. And in yoga, a twist is awesome because what it does for your body is it helps with digestion. So it actually, the ascending, descending colon, as we twist side to side, it really helps facilitate digestion. So this is good stuff. Now, if I say one side and you're doing the other side, it's all good. Because what we do on one side, just like we said, we do on the other side. Let's bring both hands to your right knee. Okay, now take your right hand and just bring it behind you. Kind of like a kickstand, does that make sense? But you're sitting up nice and tall, okay? So it's closer to your glutes, that kickstand, if that makes sense, okay? And what we're gonna do is on the inhale, we're gonna lengthen through your spine. And on the exhale, you might watch me for a minute if you want. And we're gonna use our shoulder to turn, not our neck, and we're gonna look over that right shoulder. Does that make sense? On the inhale, we're gonna lengthen. And on the exhale, we're gonna look over that shoulder, that right shoulder. So are you feeling a nice gentle twist? Yes, good job. Good job. Okay, so lengthen through the torso on the inhale and use your shoulder turn, not your neck, to look over that shoulder. So you're kind of feeling like maybe through your abs, it's kind of like a washcloth that you twist. Does that feel that way? On the inhale, you still got that hand back there. I see it. Okay, perfect. On the inhale, lengthen, and we're going to do it again. And on the exhale, look over that right shoulder, feeling that nice, gentle twist in your abdominal area. And when you're ready, come back to neutral spine. So this is neutral spine. So now both hands come to your left knee. Bring your left hand behind you by your glutes like a kickstand, right? Now our gaze is going to be kind of over your shoulder, right? Okay? So we're going to lengthen through the spine once more. And on the exhale, we're going to look over that left shoulder. You got it. I'm going to watch you. Yes. So on the inhale, lengthen. Using your core. Perfect. And then exhale, looking over that left shoulder. Trying to use the shoulder turn versus your neck. There you go. Nice work, Terry. All right. And once more, lengthen through the spine. And on the inhale, lengthen. And on your exhale, look over that shoulder, that left shoulder. And as if your crown of your head is still kind of lengthening to the ceiling and you're feeling that wonderful stretch, and come back to neutral spine. And you probably feel it all the way through here, right, Terry? Feels good. So let's continue a little bit more movement, okay? So let's come up on our knees. So we call this tabletop. And we're going to continue to work on our spines, relax our spines. Okay, your hands are underneath your shoulder, okay? Can't see your hands, but they're directly underneath your shoulders. And there's a little bend in your elbows, not a big bend. Lock them out either, Terry, okay? Knees underneath hips. So I don't know if you've ever done this, but it's called cat and cow. That's the posture. Now it really works on your spine and it really feels wonderful. So watch me for a minute and then we'll do it together. So on the inhale, you're going to round your spine up to the earth, or excuse me, to the ceiling. Your face is kind of looking at your abs. and you're kind of squeezing your abs at the same time. And on the exhale, you're going to move your belly toward the earth, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and gentle gaze to the ceiling. Okay, and I'll show you once more. Inhale, round your spine. Gaze to your belly, and then bend your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and gaze to ceiling. Okay, we'll do it together. So, and this is cat, of course, because of the body that, when a cat gets upset, right? So round your back. Let me watch you. Yeah, your neck comes down, your gaze is to your belly. There you go. And on the exhale, bend your shoulder. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and gentle gaze to ceiling. Just so round and drop your head, gaze to your belly, round your back. Kind of up like a mad cat, right? And belly to earth. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and gaze to ceiling. Okay, so round your back. And really feeling that articulation through your spine. That feels nice. Holding your abs tight towards your spine. And on your exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together and gentle gaze to ceiling. Nice. Let's do that. How about a couple more times? Round your spine to the ceiling into cat. Holding your abs nice and tight. And squeeze the shoulder blades together and gentle gaze to ceiling. And then come back to tabletop when you're ready, taking your time. Do you want to do a seated posture before we go into final relaxation? Because you're already seated. So I don't know if you can see me, but my heels of my feet are together and my knees are gently apart. So your knees are bent. Okay, great. Does that feel okay on your knees? Are in, but you're going to take your hands and just put on your toes. And what your torso is going to do, we're going to kind of lift from our hips and just take it forward, just gently. It doesn't have to be far. So you're stretching out your inside thighs. You're stretching out your hamstrings a little bit. And we're going to continue to breathe. In breath, and we're just going to hold it. So on the in breath, we're going to kind of lengthen through our torso. There you go. And on the exhale, we're going to just soften or round. There you go. And just soften towards your feet a little bit. And on your inhale, let me hear you inhale. And on the exhale, just soften just a little bit. And in breath, Terry, lengthen. And on your exhale, just soften that spine. And on your next inhale, your knees are bent, your feet are on the earth, and we're just going to round our torso. There you go. Just kind of take your arms exactly and round your spine. We call it a counter pose, and what that does is just takes the pressure off the lower back. Just round your spine. Finding your breath. In breath. And out breath. All right. right, Terry, you ready for final relaxation? We call it, the yogi word is called Shavasana, but we call it final relaxation. This is the time for your body just to process the practice and to really relax. So I'm going to guide you through a meditation, okay? Now, do you want to turn off any lights? Are you good with your environment right now? Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to make our way back down to the earth as we started, okay? Now, you want to use your hands, or how is your back? Your back is feeling okay? Okay, so use your hands, or we might challenge you one day to do this, to use our hands, but to use our abs to take our one vertebra at a time. So now this is the time you listen to your body. Okay. Now, okay, as we started, you're lying flat on your spine, your legs are extended, your palms are resting comfortably right next to you on the earth. Maybe your eyes are gently closed, if that feels nice to you. Your gaze is to the ceiling and then your eyes are closed. And maybe you're just taking a quick body scan of what your body feels like after the practice today. Maybe you're just melting and letting the earth hold you and support you. And just calming your breath. So I'm going to guide you through guided color meditation. And I think that you'll enjoy it and let your body process it. So Terry, pick your favorite color or one that you find relaxing. And vividly imagine that color. So imagine the color as a vibrant ball of relaxing energy that rests in the center of your chest. Begin to notice your arms resting by your side. And on the next inhale, gather the color. And as you exhale, send this colorful energy through both arms, letting the color move down through each finger to feel fully relaxed. Again, inhale to gather the color, and exhale to send it down your arms, and allow your arm to melt into the earth. Begin to notice your legs and maybe just relax them 5% more. And on your next inhale, gather the color. Exhale to send this colorful energy throughout both legs down to each toe. Again, inhale to gather the color. Exhale to send it down your legs. And allow them to feel heavy and relaxed. Begin to bring some awareness feel your chest gently rising and falling with your breath. And on your next inhale, gather the color. And as you exhale, send it throughout your chest so it radiates with this relaxing energy. And feel the sensation of color gently pulse within you in harmony with your breath. Begin to soften your face muscles and tongue. On your next inhale, gather the color. And as you exhale, send it up to your head, feeling the healing energy gently surround your head. Again, inhale to gather the color and exhale to send it throughout your head, allowing this healing energy to relax you from the inside out. Now notice your entire body resting here. Inhale deeply and exhale to send your relaxing color to flood the entire body. Release any remaining tension in the body and mind. And allow your body to melt into the earth. Just maybe a couple more minutes of relaxation, and then we'll end together. Carrie, I invite you to bring some awareness back to your body and maybe start to bring some gentle movement into your fingertips and to your toes. And when you're ready, bring your knees in once more to your chest, how we bent our knees, and then just bring them in gently to your chest and give them one little hug. Feeling good on your lower back, so bring your knees into your chest and then roll gently to one side. When you're ready, taking your time. And once you reach your side, press into your palm and come up into that seated place where we'll end our practice today. Just taking your time slowly, yes. And maybe your eyes are closed, if that feels okay. And our hands are once more at a heart center. May you be well, Terry. May you take this sense of peace and calm that we created this morning together with you for the rest of your day. Namaste. It means, and I think you probably know, but it has many different meanings, but the meaning that I like to choose is the light in me honors the light in you. So the energy, the goodness from me honors you. And I enjoyed practicing with you today.